Well, that was a failed attempt. I would like to talk to people about this week and what we faced with this winter and this freezing cold weather that we've had. We chose not to work our drivers because of the conditions, of the road conditions especially, and we got a lot of pushback from people on why we did that. Well, the reason why we did that is because having been doing this as long as we have, we understand that not everything is about money. If you think that an $800 load is going to make or break you, that's a problem. Also, if I dispatch a driver for an $800 load, a $1,000 load, a $5,000 load, and that driver doesn't come home to his family, I failed. My wife failed. Our business failed. Our motto and our business goal is to make sure that everybody makes money in a safe and sound manner, but more importantly, that everybody goes home to their families the same way they came to work. That's our goal. That will always be our goal. Money is not our motivation. We do not work for money. We work because we love trucking. And the people that we choose to hire, the people that we choose to do business with, also understand and love trucking. If you do not understand the risks and the rewards of trucking, you probably have a little bit more to give to the trucking industry. Now, I understand that some decisions are not the most popular, and they're not going to be liked by everybody in the industry or everybody in your business, in your job, in your environment. So when you're in a position to make those hard decisions, where they're not going to be the most popular ones, but they're the decisions that are going to save someone's life, I think that's far more important than any financial gain you'll ever receive. I think we have to sit back a little bit and realize what's going on. We no longer have to worry about, okay, let me rephrase that. In trucking, I know time and time again, it never stops. And that's what we say, trucking never stops. But that has to be a phrase that has to be very cautiously used, because trucking does stop. In instances like these, hurricanes, natural disasters, you have to pause a little bit. I just passed a driver a long time ago through Joplin, Missouri, and there was a twister that came, a tornado that came in. The driver had no hours. And he's like, Martin, what do I do? I'm like, drive. But I don't have hours. I'm like, you're not going to die, man. So this time around, when we have this frozen weather, I would not make the decision to tell a driver to drive into treacherous territory. Come on, driver, pick up that load. We got to deliver it. No, that load is not that important. That driver's life is more important. Because if that driver doesn't come home to his family is out probably the major breadwinner or a very important part of the family that provides for that family. I mean, this is a long game. A very long game. Don't look at it like 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Look at it in 10 years, 20 years. When I hire a driver, I want to make sure that that driver knows what he's getting into, knows that the trucking industry is a big industry, that there's a lot to do, and more importantly, is very well aware that we don't work for money. I don't ever want to work with somebody that works for money. And I say that very, very, very honestly, because money does not do anything for you. The gratification of succeeding, doing bigger and better things. That's awesome, not money. I like seeing drivers that begin, from nothing, and then 5 years later, you see that they've accumulated a mass amount of wealth because of what they've been doing. But you can't do that if you're constantly putting drivers in harm's way. I'll share a story with you guys. I'm not sure how true this is, but I got wind that there was a driver that passed away in his truck due to the cold weather and had a heart attack in the process. Is it really worth it? Was that load really worth it? For me as a dispatcher, before I owned the company, my wife and I owned our company, I had a hard time dispatching drivers in bad conditions. I wouldn't go to sleep peacefully at night. Now that we own our business and we put drivers 100%, sometimes in harm's way, I don't go to sleep well at night. I want to make sure that they're going to be safe at all times so that they can go home to their families. There's no load that will ever be worth anybody's life. Period. End of story. So, if you want to be involved in trucking and you want to do good, take care of your people. If the customers don't understand, then that might not be a customer you might want to do business with. If he understands or she understands, keep them and take care of them. Both the customer and the driver. They're good people if they're looking out for you like that. And the dispatchers too, driver. If there's a driver the dispatchers that's telling you, no, we can't do it because of this, we can't do it because of that, this and this and this is going on. Listen to that dispatcher. I promise you they don't have, bad intentions. I've still yet to meet a bad dispatcher. They might not know how to dispatch, but this doesn't mean that they're bad people. The inspector guy's over there, wait. Go get that guy.